Hello, my name is Ben Charas, and this is my 112 term project, WalkAbout. For my project, I've utilized a device that will essentially get the rate at which you're walking and play back at that same rate music from your smartphone. The way that WalkAbout works is there is a force-sensitive resistor pressure pad placed in the heel of my shoe and wired into the console attached here to the top of my shoe. The information about my steps is then sent by a Bluetooth serial profiling to the app I've created for the smartphone, where that information is utilized to play that music back. This is the WalkAbout hardware fully installed. The console tied in the laces of my shoe, and the aforementioned force-sensitive pressure pad placed under the insole. Here is another force-sensitive resistor that you can use as kind of an idea of what's going on under there. Notice it's paper thin, so you don't actually feel it in your shoe. And this wire is equivalent to this wire, which leads right into the console. Here on the console we have, again, the wire leading in. We have a switch to turn it off and on, a light that shows that it's on, and the Bluetooth connection itself, which blinks red while it's off. And once the app is selected from your phone, WalkAbout here, the blinking red light changes to green to show that the Bluetooth has been effectively connected. Again, now that it is connected, I can simply press in the heel as a facsimile of a step, and the UI acknowledges this fact. As a quick tour of the UI, the top level is your walking speed in beats per minute. It's very low, as I've only pressed it once or twice as you can see. There's no song playing, but this lists the BPM of any song you're currently listening to. This is a counter that shows how many steps you've taken. This shows whether you're in calibration mode, whether you're paused, or whether you're playing normally. This line simply shows that you're connected. If I was not to be connected, it would say not connected. This graph in yellow shows my walking speed, and in blue, though you can't see it, shows the speed of any song. I could pause if there was a song playing, but to get things going, I'll press skip to give you an example of a blue song, or rather, a song demonstrated by the blue line. Again, my walking speed is 0, so in contrast to the speed of the song, but this shows on the graph the speed of the song closest to 0. At 75 beats per minute. As a proper test, let's go for a walk. As you'll see, I have the shoe attached and the app running and connected. The app is currently in calibration mode as I have yet to take any steps. Notice, as I take a step, that the step counter goes up and it begins to graph my speed in that yellow line. It is ducking down now as I have stopped walking. Like I said, let's go for a walk. Around the 5-step mark, it'll begin to play music. If you can hear, the beats line up with the speed of my movement. Now that I'm walking, the blue line on the graph is the speed of the songs. Let's go to a quieter area. It has changed to a faster song as I have increased in walking pace. Now notice, if I stop walking completely, within several seconds, it will have registered me as stopped. The yellow line and blue line have both ducked down to 0, and the walking speed approaches 0. Now, given that 30 seconds have not passed, if I begin to walk again, music begins playing again, the same song from the same point. Let's try that same event again, but with a longer pause. Again, I stop, and the music will stop momentarily. There we go. Note that the image on the UI acknowledges the pause, and if I begin to take another step, it'll re-enter the calibration period briefly to allow me to attain some speed before going back and playing an entirely new song. There we are. The graph registers this information. Again, notice that it is lined up with my walking speed. If I change to a faster pace, it quickly acknowledges that fact and changes to a faster pace itself. Even once at a faster pace, one can move down to a slower pace and the songs will adjust thusly. It is a quieter but notably slower song. Notice how the drum beat lines up with my footsteps nearly exactly, and thus the song does not change. As a result, once you've matched the speed of a song, the song won't change as long as you maintain that speed. The quick changes between songs only occurs with erratic speed, changes in speed, or when the song is drastically off. Notice that the graph has been running this entire time. Two other features built into the UI are pause and skip. Now that we have music playing again, I will maintain walking, but press the pause button. Music stops entirely, and even if a song should be changed, it won't. When I press pause again, it has the same effect as if I were to be auto-paused. Notice it gets back into the same song because 30 seconds haven't paused. Thank you. This has been WalkAbout.